Hi there, and welcome to the Cotswold Explorer. I'm Robin Shuckburgh, and we're exploring the wonderful region of the Cotswolds in southwest England. We've decided to revisit the centre of the region and find some hidden gems, places that are not quite so famous, but still just as beautiful. And today you find Widget, Gizmo, Ross and me in the little village of Taynton, just outside Burford. It's a beautiful May morning. The swifts are screaming in the skies above us. It could not be more perfect if it tried. This is a lovely little gem, right off the beaten track, and we're going to show you around. This little village, with its classical Cotswold beauty, all its houses built of stone, many with stone tile roofs, and sitting on a tributary of the famous Windrush River, is the last place you would imagine had built its success on heavy industry. The Domesday Book records a quarry at Taynton. The limestone formation on which Taynton is built is Middle Jurassic Cotswold limestone. It's a high-quality freestone, which means it's excellent for carving and for use as ashlar cut stone. For centuries it has been used for these purposes. The quarries, now all disused, are on the east side of the valley of Coombe Brook, the Windrush tributary I've mentioned, starting half a mile north of the village and extending another 1 to 1.5 miles up the valley. The list of buildings we all know and love that have been built, at least in part, of the stone from this village is truly extraordinary. Several of the Oxford colleges, including amongst them All Souls, Merton, one of the very first colleges to be built, and Christchurch. Christopher Wren came to Taynton to buy stone to rebuild St Paul's Cathedral in London after the Great Fire of 1666. Blenheim Palace, the new Bodleian Library, even Magdalen Bridge over the Cherwell in Oxford are all at least partially built of stone from these holes in the ground. You could say that this extraordinary village is the source of much of the breathtaking beauty of the grand buildings of the Cotswolds. It seems to me extraordinary that the peaceful, gentle village that we see today survived the upheaval involved in digging these huge quantities of stone from the ground and transporting them by horse and cart to all points in England. These days, a different activity disturbs the peace of this village, which sits on a bend in the small road running down the Windrush Valley between Burford and Great Barrington. Indeed, while we were there, we saw a 21st century coachload of people making the trip, with their obligatory guide sitting at the front giving them a running commentary. Clearly, this village is on the tourist trail, and I am not in the least surprised. It's a wonderful little road to drive down and drink in the Cotswold scenery. The little church of St John the Evangelist has a tall, perpendicular west tower with 4 stages and battlements decorated with gargoyles. There is much evidence of the love of the medieval stonemason for ballflower decorations on the tower as well as in the 14th century north aisle and elsewhere. The old doorway, too, protected by a 19th century porch, is covered with this familiar perpendicular period decoration. There is a fine 15th century clerestory flooding light into the church, showing its furnishings to the best advantage. The large 15th century octagonal font, highly decorated with scenes of the Evangelist, a mermaid and angels kneeling in between. There's a Gothic panelled pulpit from the middle of the 19th century, and some excellent stained glass. The east window is comparatively new, having been made in 1951. And that's actually in my lifetime. It feels a little unusual. The churchyard, extremely pretty and lovely to walk around, has some excellent headstones from the 17th and 18th centuries, as well as some grand old chest tombs from the 18th. It's a lovely place, Taynton. In the Domesday Book we find that Edward the Confessor gave the manor of Taynton to the Abbey of Saint-Denis near Paris. It appears in a charter issued by William I in a council in Winchester on the 14th of April 1069, giving this manor and that of Deerhurst, with all their attached lands, to Saint-Denis. After the Norman invasion, this would have taken no one by surprise. I hope you've enjoyed our little spin round Taynton. It's a lovely little village. It's a peaceful, perfect Cotswold village and doesn't need disturbing, so tread lightly when you come. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can find us on all the normal platforms, and visit our website, thecotswoldexplorer.co.uk, where you'll find all the films we've ever made. And it's quite a body of work. We're rather proud of it. We'll see you again very soon somewhere else in the Cotswolds.